Alright, today I heard somebody had an extremely wild take in the NBA about my man Kobe Bryant. So what better way to talk about it? Having an unboxing of some Kobe's to go along with it. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you what he said, then we're gonna go into the unboxing, and then later in the video, I'm gonna tell you how to get some Kobe's for retail. I'm gonna help y'all out on how to get some Kobe's for retail because they are bringing back the Kobe line, and it's gonna be way more than even I expected that they were originally gonna have. So it's gonna be crazy. And then obviously I'm gonna talk about the resale at the end of that. I had these shoes since Mamba Day, so 8/24. It came in maybe like 2 days later, so 8/26. I had these for a minute, so there was some editing issues and I just thought the video wasn't good enough. So this is my way to show love to y'all. I'm gonna help y'all out, try to get some Kobe's for retail. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. I know it's hard. I got blessed with these. Even I don't even get all my Kobe's for retail, so it is hard. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the video, into the unboxing, and then I'm gonna help y'all out. So let's do it. So the wild take that I heard today it was from an NBA player, Jalen Brunson on the Knicks. He said that Kobe's in today's age is what Jordans used to be in the NBA back in the day. If y'all don't know what he means, I'll break it down for y'all. If y'all do know what it means, let me know what y'all think about that comment in the comments below. So he's basically saying, so when Jordan came out, obviously, and then even after his career, obviously people were wearing Jordans like crazy. Like you were that guy if you were wearing Jordans. You know, Jordans were very iconic. They were like, yo, he got the 11s on, he got the flu game 12s on. Now Jalen Brunson is basically saying, yeah, people are kind of shifting from that age of Jordans. It's not really too crazy to be hooping in Jordans no more. If you got them Kobe's on, you're that guy, and everybody is basically looking forward for Kobe's. You know? And I halfway agree with this statement because he's saying it with the NBA as a whole. He's saying how it affects like all the NBA players as a whole. I do agree that on the court, it's definitely shifting, and it's after Kobe's death. After his death, a lot of people were like seeking to wear Kobe's. I know like there was like a real phase where like everybody in the NBA was wearing the Kobe Grinches, and that was it was a beautiful sight to see. But again, it was after his death. But again, his death did spark that new flame for wanting to wear Kobe's. And then you have people like DeMar DeRozan, Devin Booker, PJ Tucker pulling out insane Kobe PEs that the world never seen. So when they started doing that, it was like, oh yeah, now it's a competition to see who gonna wear the, you know what I'm saying, who got the hottest Kobe's, whose bag is deep enough to get some old Kobe's in their collection. Now I 100% agree with that because not a lot of people are wearing Jordans like that on the court. Not a lot of people are even really getting excited for Jordans again. It's kind of like oversaturated. Now what I don't agree with is off the court. You are rarely gonna see Kobe's off the court, and I feel like they don't have that same effect. Because at the end of the day, now I'm in my 20s, so I think Jordans as more of a casual fashion shoe, whereas somebody older than me, they think it's strictly a basketball shoe. At the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, a Jordan was created for basketball. So it was definitely created for basketball. Its main purpose was basketball. Obviously over the years, they did some changing to how it feels, how it fits, for it to be more casual. But Jordan, he was so iconic that he transferred it from basketball to off the court. Obviously, we'll never know if Kobe would be able to do that, but obviously he was already done with his career. So I can make a safe bet and say that I feel like the Kobe line would have never transferred over to casual wear. I don't think you would ever really see people wearing Kobe's casually, like going out, you know what I'm saying, partying to the club, whatever, or just like to any event. wearing Kobe's. Obviously, you're gonna have your diehard Kobe fans that want to wear Kobe's, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they, you know what I'm saying? We always gonna have those, but it's never just, oh yeah, we just wearing Kobe's out. We laying up our best fit next to our Kobe's. I don't think it'll ever get to that point. So that's where I'm gonna have to disagree with Jalen Brunson. I don't think Kobe's have surpassed Jordan in that sense, because I don't think they will ever really translate over to off the court. And again, not diminishing his death or anything, but I do feel like when Jordan dies, and again, I'm not wishing death, I hope he lives a long life, and I don't want to see Jordan dead, because we love the man, we love his career, we love his shoes, all that. But again, if he dies and when he dies, he will spark another wave of people wanting to wear Jordans and all of that. So I do think that's where Jalen Brunson is wrong. So that's how I feel on the comment, on the take. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did Kobe's overpass Jordans in the NBA as a whole, the affecting the whole NBA as a whole, or do you think he's just talking? So let me know. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now we can get into, all right, y'all. So now we can get into the unboxing. Obviously by the logo, y'all know we got some Kobe. So these are gonna be Kobe 6. We got the standard all black Kobe box with the Kobe logo on the middle. And that's basically it with the Kobe box. So we're gonna get straight into the label ingredients. So this is Kobe 6 Protro. People have been saying I've been saying it wrong. If I am and it bothers you so much, put in the comments a little pronunciation thing, man, because I think I'm saying it. I don't know how I'm saying it, but that's how I pronunciate it. But the colorway is black/white. The size is a 13.5, man. This is rare. This is a unicorn size. Usually, after 11 and a half, they usually don't even make half sizes, and this goes for like most shoes, just not Kobe's. And then the color code is CW2190-002. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna open these bad boys up. So off rip, man, we got these so hard, man. These, and it's crazy. I'm gonna take out the other one. It's so crazy because I had a bunch of Kobe's, man. I wouldn't say a bunch, but I definitely had some Rayons in the collection, and I ended up just selling them all, trading them, because my hoop dreams are out the window, and I would literally just only wear them for either that or just have them in collection, and they were sitting. So I sold them to some of my hooping clientele because there was no point in me keeping them. So, but again, I might actually keep these. I don't know, man, but they're just so hard. I don't know if I want to sell them or keep them, but I've still been contemplating on them. So that's why the box is a little dusty. I put them in the garage to a little think about it. But let's get into the shoe, man. So off rip, we do see extra laces. So if you want to do an all black type of thing, that's cool. And then it got the little on the aglets right there. So that's a cool little detail. So off rip, as you can see the black and white. And then the first detail that I noticed is like the scaling on the shoe, basically and these are called the Kobe 6 Mambacitas. I forgot to even say the name. So these are the Kobe 6 Mambacitas. So one thing I do like about it is the scaling on this is like to resemble the snakeskin. That's where the Mamba, of course, comes from. But Mambacita is that's Gigi's nickname, because obviously she's like the girl version of Kobe. So I do like that part. So that's one detail that I do like about this. I feel like they did a really good job detailing on the shoe compared to the other ones that they tried to do a while back. The all white, the halos, they didn't do no type of detailing on it, and I think it was executed very, very poorly. But I do like these off rip. So then on the heel right here, you're gonna see the Mambacita logo, and I want y'all to remember this logo later in the video, because this is gonna help you get some of these shoes for retail. So just keep that in mind. So this is the Mambacita logo, and then right here it says Gigi. So this shoe is obviously going to honor their death. So not only does it honor Gigi's, but it obviously honors Kobe's too. So on the on the right one it says Gigi, on the left one it says Kobe. Just a little fact if you ever try and buy some from a third party and the left got Gigi and the right got Kobe, you gotta make sure you got the real deal. So I offered that. That's one of the details that I do like. Again, a lot of attention to detail, a lot of things to commend their def. So I do really like that. I like the detail that they put in there. So then we're gonna go into the inside of the shoe. If you can see that right there, it's like a 3D version of the scaling of the outside, and I do like that. There was a shoe, I'm pretty sure it was another Kobe that had this kind of 3D detailing on the outside of the shoe. I can't remember. If I find it when I start to edit, I'm gonna put it on the screen. If not, let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. But there was a shoe, and I'm pretty sure it was a Kobe that had that the 3D, and hopefully they put like this design on the outside, like flip it how they did the reverse wrenches. That would actually be a pretty cool thing. And then the last detail that I like about this is the insole. So I'm gonna have to, well, I got one more detail, but minor. So we're gonna take out the insole for y'all. Oh man, right here they got where it says mambacita. So again, giving value to the shoe, putting details on it. Then you have Gigi's number with the halo and the angel wings. That's perfect. I feel like the shoe was just so well executed, man. This has so many details. It honors their depth, and I really do. This is the type of stuff that I like when they do Kobe's instead of that. And again, I made a whole video on this about the halo. I'm not gonna do a little rant, but just to sum it up, I truly think that they just slapped the word halo on that previous Kobe and just tried to make some money off of it, and I really didn't like that. But this right here, I can tell that there was some creativity, there was some thought, there was some detail that went behind the shoe. So I do really like that. The only thing that I don't like about it, and this is the last detail about the shoe. On here we have the two on the sides of the shoe, obviously for Gigi. But it would have been better because on the insole it said it has both. It has the two on both of the insoles. So I thought it would have been better to maybe have like the same way they did on the heel, to have one with a 2 and then one with like an 8 or a 24, just to have it on both ends. But either way, it's cool. Nobody's fighting for shine here, so that's just a small detail that I would prefer. Obviously, it doesn't have anything to do with the shoe. That's just a personal preference. But overall, man, they did phenomenal on the shoe. It's amazing, 10 out of 10. If you do end up getting a pair of Kobe's, they do run very, very small. Well, I wouldn't say very, very small, but I do get a size up. I wear a 13 or 14, and usually, for the most part, I can fit most of my basketball shoes in a 13. I don't really have to go up half a size for basketball, even though I know a lot of hoopers do that. But for the Kobe's, I had a pair of Grinches in a 13, and it was hurting to have my foot in there. So definitely need a 14 or a size above your regular size if you do plan on getting the Kobe. So that is one thing that I do like. But again, the quality on these are good. Attention to detail was good. This is really just a 10 out of 10 shoe. And now y'all might be thinking, okay, cool, whatever, you bragging. So how do I get my pair? I got y'all. So the Kobe line is officially back. Vanessa and Nike, they came to an agreement to re-release the Nike line, because they did put it on hold because Nike was trying to be greedy. They wanted to make it like limited, and Vanessa was like, no, we want it to be accessible to everybody. They couldn't really get to a middle point on that. I don't really know how they're gonna do it now with all these future ones, because I know the triple white Kobe's, those were, I wouldn't say they were easy to get, but they were definitely more accessible than the other Kobe's prior to his death. So, but this was the first shoe that came out after his death, and these were basically impossible to get. But then they came out with the triple whites, and those are more easier to get. I ended up scoring these on the restock of sneakers on Mamba Day. So sneakers is definitely one. Obviously, you know, we don't have the best luck on sneakers. Honestly, the only reason I think I got these was because I knew I wasn't gonna get them, and I saw that they had a 13.5, and they usually don't have that for like anything. And I was like, well, nobody's gonna go for a 13.5 because people most likely know it's only gonna be like literally just 1 or 2 in those sizes. So I was like, I'm not gonna get them anyway, so might as well just put a 13.5. And I was one of the few that didn't follow, you know what I'm saying, the trend, so I got like 13.5. So that might be one way you can do it. You can go for a size that you know a lot of people don't really go for. And I've actually seen this. A lot of people, they'll go for smaller sizes. They'll go for like those kid sizes, like a 7, a 6, something like that. Because obviously the Kobe's are targeted for hoopers, bigger sizes. So 12, 13, 14, those are gonna be everybody's go-to. But if you get a size 7, you can get a size 7 or below. It's still a Kobe, so it's still gonna have a lot of value. Still nobody's gonna have it. So you can get a size 7, get lucky, and then trade up for it. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a size 7, you can go to like a local store or a sneaker event, say, hey, I got this size 7, I see you got a size 11, how about we trade, and then I like 50 on top. That's way better than paying, you know what I'm saying, 3, 4, 500 on top, you know what I'm saying, in general. So that's one way you can do it. Now, another thing that most people might not know, because I didn't even know about it, there's an app called Whatnot, and what they did on Mamba Day, they were giving out Kobe's. They were giving out Kobe's for free, like just free. And it was a live. It was basically like an IG live, and then they would shock drop the Kobe's inside the IG live. And I think that was probably the most fairest way to even release them. How I've seen it, that was probably the most fair way possible I've seen it. And your odds, honestly, they were pretty good, because there was only, I say the live probably hit at a max of maybe 5K people, but they shock drop it like randomly. So there'll be, and then they'll close it's like only a small window, so they'll close it, and maybe only 2,000 out of the 5,000 people are entered into the draw. So 1 out of 2,000 is way better than 1 out of like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, on sneakers. So that is a good way to do it. So if you're not hip to that, download Whatnot. I don't know how often they do it. I know they only, from what I've seen, from me having the app, they've been only doing it for like special events. So like for Halloween, they were giving out all the Halloween shoes. So, but they were like crazy, not like the BS Halloween shoes, like SBs and like all the crazy Halloween themed shoes. They were giving them out for free. So more than likely, knowing Kobe and the fan base, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with some type of event and have another special event to where you can get another pair of Kobe's. Now, a third way you can get these Kobe's for retail. From my knowledge, and I'm not 100% sure in this, but I'm pretty sure like 95%, all of the Kobe's, for the most part, all of them that are about to come out, they're gonna be tier 1 and tier 0 stores again. So 2 things. One, these did not come at any stores. These are online only. Now the triple whites, they came out at a tier 1 and a tier 0 store. So if you don't know what a tier 1 and tier 0 is, retail stores have contracts, and basically if they slot, then they bump up their tiers, and it's basically a contract. So example of tier 1 and tier 0 stores is like Sneaker Politics, Century, Nice Kicks. I'm just naming the ones in Texas. Trophy Room, that's one in Florida. I'm just trying to, I just know the ones in Texas because that's where I stay at. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of some others like in another city. I'm drawing a blank, but if you just look up tier 1, which stores, so put this in Google, which stores have a tier 1 or tier 0 Nike contract, and it'll give you a whole list. Now, I will be honest with you, every state, every city is not gonna have one of these stores. So you can't, like Foot Lockers and Champs, they're not tier 1 and tier 0. Only certain cities have tier 1 Foot Locker. So like LA, they have a tier 0 Foot Locker. Chicago, they have a tier 0 Foot Locker. So obviously the big cities, the more famous cities is gonna have those. But your regular, like if you're in Kansas, if you're in Ohio, you kind of out of luck. I'm not gonna lie to you. But So if you go to there, just go in there, show your face, and then ask them when time come around for the Kobe's to drop. So, because I highly believe they will be coming out at the tier 1 and tier 0 stores, because they've been coming out with a lot of, they've been previewing a lot of colorways for the Kobe's, and usually when they do that, they'll make them more accessible compared to earlier when they were only showing like 1 or 2 for the entire year. But I've already seen probably like 10 plus. Now, the fourth way to do it, and this is probably the final way, is this logo right here. People not really hip to this yet, so you might be lucky. What I want you to go, the website, just type in mambacita.com, or I don't know the exact name. I'm gonna put the exact name when I edit it, but it's mambacitafoundation.org or something like that. It's the official Kobe Mambacita brand website, and whenever they drop Kobe's, they drop on their website too. Now the stock low on those websites. However, not a lot of people are hip to it. And if you subscribe to their newsletter, they usually send an email when they shock drop. So you kind of be the first to know compared to other people who, when they shock drop, then they have to have like a third party relay them the information. Then they have to log in and do all that. So you kind of be a little bit ahead of the game. So that's another way, because I won't lie. 3 days ago, they just restocked these. I was doing something, so I got it pretty late, but excuse me. But they did shock drop. They literally just randomly shock dropped these not too long ago. So if you on point, if you subscribe to the newsletter, you could be one step ahead of the game, man. And those are easy ways to get these shoes for retail. And if you've been paying attention to my videos, you know that color code that I be saying at the end of the box, on the box, type those in, man. So if you ever see a Kobe shoe that gets previewed, if you see the style code, type that in, and then right next to it, say raffles, man. It'll just bring you up a list of retailers that are gonna be doing raffles for the Kobe's. And again, raffles are hit or miss, but it's better to shoot your shot than not shoot at all, man. So at least put a couple in, you know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do. But that's five good ways. 5 good ways you may or may not have known before to win a pair of Kobe's for retail, man. Because I know it's sickening to pay an absurd amount of money for Kobe's just because of the hype and all that. So I'm trying my best to help y'all. So if any of this information helped y'all out, please let me know in the comments below. And then for any of the future videos, let me know what else y'all want to know, what y'all don't want to know. All criticism is good criticism, man. I'm trying to make the best videos for y'all. So with that being said, I'll see y'all. Oh, nah, we didn't talk about the resale. Actually, we're not gonna talk about the resale, because you don't need to be reselling these. You need. So I won't be doing a resale part of this video, man. If you want to do that on your own time. But if you gonna get these, you either gonna put them on your feet, you gonna hoop in them, or you gonna lock them in a closet and just brag them when your friends come to your crib. So no resale part of the video, man, but do that man a favor in the sky and just choose however you want to do it. Just don't sell them, man. I won't resell on the Kobe's, but if you do, I don't hate you. Just do it on your own time, man. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.